YouTube. What's up? It's your boy, Original Dog Man John Castro. And this video, I've made videos like this before. This video is for the fragrance companies, for these independent houses, these big time companies, everyone who's making fragrances and they want to make a sale. This is a question that you should ask. Ask people, ask the consumer, ask anyone, ask the masses. This question was brought up in my video, and like I said, I made videos like this before. This is just another one. Me adapting, me learning more about fragrances, me wanting more out of my fragrance. These are the things that, these are the questions that I would bring up, or the answers that I would bring up, or just thoughts and theories and ideas that I have personally myself that that I think every fragrance creator, producer, seller, every company, every house should take a look at videos like this to try to and get them, instead of just trying to stay within one mindset. Maybe you motherfuckers need to broaden your thinking. And this was brought to you. This question was brought up by Omar Jabbar. Potential video topic, he says. What do you think fragrance companies have to do to adapt to the new environment? What would keep you steadfast on a brand? What would keep me steadfast on a brand? And I wrote down a bunch of shit right here. First of all, before you even try to think about creating a brand, it's obvious that anyone who starts in this fragrance game has to understand what the standards are. If you don't understand what the standards are, you will never know what the fucking trend is. If you don't know what the trends are, or what the trend is, or what's trending currently, then you will never be able to innovate on the trend. That's just the way it is. There are standards. Creed, Sauvage, Blue Day Chanel, Baccarat Rouge 540. These are these are colognes that have a standard and have been cloned multiple times over. Okay? So you have to understand those standards and then either start a trend on it or innovate on it. Okay? These are mass appealing frags. So obviously you have to understand that. Then you have to understand your target audience. You have to understand whether you want that fragrance to be inclusive or exclusive. If you don't understand that, you'll never make sales. See, like Rose Dove is more of an exclusive type of fragrance. Only the few can get it, but only those few are willing to spend $500 on that shit. Therefore, Rose Dove, that brand, is not an inclusive brand. Not everyone can buy that brand. I will never ever fucking buy a Rose Dove. Like I said, I will never ever buy a fucking Creed. Why? Because that breed is exclusive to certain people. I'm not in that fucking bracket. I'm sorry. Alright? I've thought about it. I could purchase one or two Rose Doves. I could purchase one or two Creeds. But that's not me. Alright? I feel like they're making that shit so fucking untouchable that their noses are in the air. And they don't give a fuck about the little man charging that much fucking money. That's just how I feel. I feel they have their noses in uppity society. Alright? And I can't fuck with people like that. I will not. Just won't. So I refuse. Rose Dove, Creed, all these motherfuckers who think that their fragrances can't be touched, or they won't make a certain line, a cheap line or designer price, and bring their fragrances down to designer prices, like say 100 or less. I want nothing to do with it. They won't even give me a sample or taste of it. You know what I'm saying? So fuck them. Yeah, they might have little samples, but like they're still charging 500, 600, 300, 400. That's way out of my fucking bracket, people. All right, so what else would keep me steadfast to a brand? Xerjoff. I can grab a hold of that 160 to the $250 range. I can fuck with that. I'm okay with that kind of niche brand, and I think that their quality, I know that their quality is good because I own two, and the quality is freaking off the chain. Um, so stick to the themes. Themes is what will keep me sticking to a brand. Now I see I got Zerjov the 1861. I got Renaissance and Naxos. Then there's the Shooting Stars line. Then there's the Join the Club line. So a theme would grab my attention as far as being, a lot of people are OCD, or a lot of people have they're completionists, so they want to complete the line or get as many of those in that line as possible, right? I know sometimes this shit is out of reach for most of us, and we have to be realistic, and we have to pull back a little. Like me, I got 2 Zerzovs, I have to pull back a little. Maybe want one more. Pull back. I can't get 5 or 6 of those things. I don't want them. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna do it, right? Now I'm saying that now, but like the completionist in me wants to get a little bit more Zerzovs, right? But it's still expensive. So the theme. What is your theme? You know what I'm saying? What if you're a producer of fragrances, you create fragrances, you're a perfumer, you're a master perfumer, what the fuck is your theme? Certain companies have themes, okay? They have themes when they're with their themes with their juices, or themes with their bottles, or themes with the story behind their shit, or is representative of a city, a state, a country. What is your theme in your fragrances? Is that theme gonna grab the attention of the consumer? Is it who's your target audience? Is it young kids? Is it teenagers? Is it high schoolers? Is it 20-year-olds, 25, 30, 40-year-olds? Who are you trying to attract with this shit? This is typical shit. This is typical board meeting shit you guys should know about, right? Then the next thing, continuity and flankers. And quality of those flankers. 1 million, Paco Rabanne, Prada, Bentley, every fucking company that I know has been successful in 2020 and 2021 with their fucking flankers. In 2019 when it started, the flanker wars. So quality and flankers. It must go up. It cannot go down. The next flanker should be above the next one. You should have a scale of flankers going up, not down. Because if you're going down, you lose. When you're going up, you win. So as far as quality and continuity and flankers. So if you're going to do a fragrance, you might as well do flanker season. You might as well do a set of flankers behind that shit. At least 4 or 5. All right? That's just what I feel. I think the flankers are awesome. Acqua di Gio. Their flankers have been like that. I don't know about Profondo Lights. I think that was the last one. I'm not too keen about that one. I've been hearing some iffy shit about it. But Profumo and Profondo, Acqua di Gio, and Absolute, I got all 3 of those. And they fucking good. They're excellent. Alright, so what else do I have here? Your bottles. Make sure that if you're going to have a line or fragrances and you want to sell, I'm going to tell y'all something that's really weird with me. Because Platinum Egoist, Chanel Platinum Egoist does not look like Chanel L'Homme Sport, their bottles, because it does not look like that, I refuse to buy Egoist. And a lot of people talk good stuff about it. I just don't like the way the bottle looks. It doesn't look like my Chanel L'Homme Sport bottles. There's no continuity in it. It doesn't. Chanel Allure Sport Allure Edition Blanche. The bottle looks like the rest of them. So I got it. You have to have consistency and continuity when it comes to your bottles. At least if you're going to start off. You got to make your bottles look all fantastic or nothing at all. You got to go for the gusto. You just got to do it. You got to go for the gusto. Or gusto. Whatever the fuck it is. Alright? Like the Invictus Victory. That threw me off a little bit. Here you have all these bottles. Right? They got different colors to them. They got different shades to them. And then, you even got the Onyx, which I liked. But then you get Victory with the fucking V on it, and you fucking throw me off. Right? You could have just kept that shit black or put a design. Not a... What the fuck you gotta have a V on it for? That right there, that fucked me up. You ended the continuity in simplicity. right? You ended the continuity and simplicity of those bottles. Those bottles aren't really that simple, right? They look like a trophy, but you ended the continuity, right? That's what you did. You fucked it up for me when you put the V on the bottle. That's just me. That's just me as having a little bit of OCD. Me wanting to be a completionist, right? Now I'm looking for not just V. I'm ready for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm the rest of the fucking letters. That's what I'm looking for now, right? I know that's ridiculous, but that's what you gotta have, man. You gotta be able to please the consumer, right? You can't just fucking throw them for a loop. You know, like Dior Sauvage, not Dior Home with the 2020. All of a sudden, you got rid of the iris and the Play-Doh scent out of that, and now you made a freshie out of Dior Home. Right? You threw everybody for a loop. That's why people don't like that shit. So steadfast. What would keep me steadfast? Traffic and channeling. All right. I would want to see that these products are being wanted. Okay. The more that people want something, and other people seeing people want that product, the more people want it. It's a need for want. It's part of the reflex in the program. If I'm gonna stay steadfast on a fragrance, right? This reflex, this robot in me, is gonna want to know that other people are also have that it is very highly wanted, right? Right. That's just part of the program. Now, me, I understand that. So not all the time am I going for shit that people want, but this is part of the programming. You're gonna want your shit to be trafficked and channeled through all the right channels, through all the right media levels. Either the radio, the news, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You're going to have to advertise your shit to make it known to many people. Therefore, it is going to be highly sought after. Like, I don't know if you guys remember back in the days when Jabot, the striped Jabot jeans and the hoodies, they were highly wanted, and everybody wanted it, right? That's what you want to happen. You want your shit to be steadfast, right? You want your shit for everyone to want, and so that back in the day, when the future comes, you can look back in the day and say, man, everybody wore this shit, just like everybody wore polo back in the day, right? Everybody wore, what is it, Cool Water back in the day. Then you want to bring it up and still smell that same profile. That's what you want. Traffic and channeling. Target the psyche. That's what you want to do. You want to target people's psyche. And I forget what the fuck. Oh, their subconsciousness. That's what the fuck you want to target. You know? You want to title the fragrance with an awesome title. You don't want no bullshit title. You know? You want the appearance of the fragrance. You got to have a hook. What's your hook? Do something to get the people talking. What's the hook? Now, granted, there are bad hooks and there's negative and positive to different types of hooks. Like what's that dude's name? Lil Nas, the devil rapper. He's selling devil shoes. That's his fucking hook, right? Selling devil shoes. He's making a song for the devil and all. That's his fucking hook. What's gonna get people talking about your fragrances? What is it? Dior Sauvage. Johnny Depp. They got Johnny Depp to do commercials for that shit. Of course, people gonna talk about it. So many people will know about Johnny Depp, talk about Johnny Depp. You know? Dior has a name on its own, but they added Johnny Depp to it and it blew the fuck up. So, what are some ideas? You know, that's up to you guys. That's up to you producers to come up with the ideas of what you want. Now, what was this dude, Peter? I don't know if it's Centaur fragrance. No, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know. His fragrances. His 3 bottles represent old Egyptian type hieroglyphic writings and belief systems and pyramids and all this shit that Peter does on his fragrances. His little ball, right? Okay, that brings some kind of energy. I'm afraid to buy Peter shit because I don't know all about those symbols on his motherfucking fragrances. He could be cursing me while I'm buying his shit, right? All these Egyptian pagan symbols and signs, they bring energy. They bring certain kinds of energy. This is one reason why I didn't fuck with Peter shit. This is one reason I told myself I was gonna buy one of his shit, but then I thought about it again, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to fuck with that. I really honestly don't know if I want to fuck with Peter's shit. I don't care. I don't think Peter understands the symbolism behind all his fucking signs and symbols on his bottles or his jar, right? I understand ooh for greatness. I know about the all-seeing eye. I understand all that shit, right? But with Peter's, he's different. He's fucking with different shit. I don't know. Can't fuck with that. Alright? That shit there, I understand it. I know what's gonna happen to me. Alright? That ooh for greatness, the all-seeing eye, Freemasons, all that shit. I don't let that shit fuck with me. But there are signs and symbols that bring on certain negative energies and shit. Here's an example. One time I bought a cross online from this lady who was around my area. I put on that fucking cross, and I swear for like 3 months I had bad luck. I threw that bitch away, and I had no more bad luck. Because I figured out since this fucking cross been in my life, that bitch has been. It was a black cross. I do not wear black crosses no longer. I do not wear black crosses. I threw that bitch away. Straight up. So, that's why I don't fuck with everything like that. Now, here's some other things you can do. These are just some ideas in my head. Sometimes I wish that a producer of fragrances can make a bottle and use hardened resin and put some insects in your fragrance bottle. Put a scorpion at the bottom of your fragrance bottle, right? And then have your atomizer up here and have this much thickness and have a little scorpion at the bottom of your fragrance bottle and call your fragrance Scorpion or some shit. Have little shit like that going on. This is some ideas, man. Encase some insects in your fragrance bottles. Some cool insects. It doesn't have to be a scorpion. It could be a wasp or a bee. Something really cool. Add an attachment to your fragrance bottle. Put a key to it. There's bottles in Universal Studios and Universal Hard Rock Cafe. Hard Rock Hotel, Hard Rock Cafe, Universal Studios. They have a fragrance that's exclusive to that shit. You cannot buy it on no other website except for Universal Studios or Hard Rock Cafe, right? And on that fragrance, now the fragrance might smell like shit. I don't know if they even know what they're doing with fragrances, but it's still appealing because they have this little, I don't think it's a key that attaches to the bottle and it stays on the bottle. Hey, that's just one thought. Now you can add a key, or how about this? Have a piece of your bottle where you can attach a little wooden puzzle to it. And you take it out and you play with it. We always fidgeting with our bottles any fucking way. Give us a reason to pick up your shit. Don't just give us just a fragrance. Give us something more than just a fragrance, Fucking add a fidget spinner to your shit that attached to your bottle. I don't give a fuck. But these are just ideas I'm throwing out there. The more people have their fucking bottles in your hand, the more they're going to spray it. The more they're going to spray it, the more other people are going to spray it, like it, and smell other people if your shit is good. You want to give people a reason to pick up your motherfucking fragrances. Look, I have over about 300 fragrances. Right now, I'm having a hard time which one to decide. Now, if I went to one and say they had a wasp, a fidget spinner, a wooden puzzle to it, I automatically pick that bitch up right now. Give people a reason to pick your shit up. If I go in there right now, the one bottle you're going to pick up is my newest one. The most recent one is the one I'm going to pick up. But give me a reason to pick your shit up. Not just because it's the newest fragrance, because there is a reason to pick it up. Not just to spray it on me, but more reason. More reason to pick up your fragrances. Is there any writing? Add some writing. Add a poem to your fucking fragrance. To the back of your bottle. To your box. Add a story with it. Fuck, man. It's not that fucking hard to do. Add a little thing to it where you have a key like Mugler, where you get these little things and you type it in online and you get extra shit. They send you free shit. You join an exclusive club just for free, just for buying. Do shit like that. It's not that fucking complicated for you producers and creators and business people out here. Why the fuck y'all can't sit down at a board meeting or some shit and put this shit together? What else do I have here? Um, these are things that I would want in my fragrances. I would want like the killer wasp of Japan, this big ass wasp, to be liquefied and encased in my fragrance bottle at the bottom, maybe even in the middle, or maybe even at the top. It just depends on where you guys want to put it, right? You know, put it somewhere encase that motherfucker. Add a screw on to your fragrance or something. The most innovative fragrance that I've seen so far, the most innovative bottle that I've seen, actually is this what's this three fragrances in one, and you turn it and you spray. That's honestly, that's innovative, but it's too fucking complicated. I don't want to sit there in the morning and fumble it, click it on here and layer it. No, 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 no. Look, you can keep shit simple. No, I don't know how simple it is, right? To make a fragrance, right? And and um and add a wasp encased in glass to the fragrance. You maybe not have to do that. Maybe you can just encase your fragrance with a wasp, or whatever insect that represents your fragrance, and add it to a box. And that way a person can have a little what, memento, or a little toy or something. Add a fidget spinner to your shit. Add some wooden puzzles. They got those little wooden puzzles that people fuck with, take them apart, and have a hard time putting them back together just to fuck with it. Give me a fucking reason to have your fragrance out on my table. Hmm? Put a little. Add your fragrance. Maybe put a little something on the side there for a candle. I don't know. That's not a good idea with fragrances and fire. But it's just plenty of things you can think of. Plenty of things you can think of. You could do. You know, think of who you're selling it to. Fishermen. You want to sell fragrances to fishermen. You want to sell fragrances to hunters. I don't know. You want to sell it to business people. Well, have a fragrance that you can slip a fancy pen in on the side of your fragrance. Add an extra atomizer, or extra travel atomizer to it, or some shit. You know, something you can easily put in your pocket like a pen. Make it like a pen. You put your pen in your fragrance, and you suck out some juice, and you'll be able to spray or whatever. There's a million things y'all motherfuckers can think of, and I don't understand why people not think of it. And the stupid shit about this is Paco Rabanne is coming out with the Phantom. It's a fucking robot. It's a toy. Is this what it's coming to now? I mean, is it coming to? I guess. It'd be a great idea. Is the toy operable though? Is it just like Mosquito Womo toy boy? Is it just looking like a bear, or is it functional? Now, if that robot is functional and it actually sprays, damn, that'd be awesome. They give me a reason to pick it up and move its legs, and move its hands and feet and shit, right? Twist it around, play with it. You know, innovate on shit. Otherwise, to me, it's just another money grab. Give me something more than just a scent. Because God knows, man, there's millions of scents out there that smell like the millions of other scents. There's clones and pawn clones. Give me another reason. Give me another reason to pick it up. That's what'll hold me steadfast. Give me a reason. Make me feel like I'm part of something. Make me feel like I'm part of a group of people that has either inclusiveness or exclusiveness. You could include me in it, or you can exclude others and just include me. It's up to y'all. It just depends on which route y'all want to take. Either or can be good depending on your situation and where you're at. I feel like Rosa Dove is an exclusive fucking club. I don't want that shit. I feel like his price is too fucking high. I'm the average motherfucker. I may be below average. I'm not paying $500 for a fucking bottle of fragrance for a 1.7 or a 1 ounce. I seen that shit. I flipped the fuck out. I was like, oh hell no. For what's it? Sweetie Oud, Rosa Dove, 1 ounce, $500. I was like, oh no, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can go to hell and burning draws. Ain't nothing happening here. You ain't getting none of my money, buddy, for an ounce of juice, for an ounce of liquid. Now, that's when I say. That's when I say it's just scented water. That's when I say that shit. That's when I convince myself that that shit is scented water. 1 ounce for $500, bitch, you out your fucking mind. You are out of your. If I don't give a fuck how good of a fucking perfumer you are, I'm not buying that shit. I ain't no movie star. I don't make millions. Shit, I don't make hundreds of thousands. I make less than that. And so do many of us, average folks. Sorry, I'm not buying that. So you want to know what's gonna keep me